The Debt Management Office (DMO) said it has raised 588.85 billion naira from the March 2024 federal government bond offer, which it opened last week, slightly more than the 450 billion naira which it had planned to raise. With this latest borrowing by the federal government, the government has further increased Nigeria's debt profile as the government continues to depend on debts to fund its operations. The Debt Management Office, in a statement, disclosed that the offer for the month of March was much less than 2.5 trillion naira, which it had set out to raise last month, and 1.49 trillion naira, which is eventually raised in the February offer. The DMO also noted that it had planned to raise 150 billion naira through a new 3-year federal government of Nigeria March 2027 bond and 150 billion naira each from the reissuance of the 18.50% of federal government of Nigeria February 2031 7-year paper and 19% FGN February 2034 10-year paper. It had also raised 151.928 billion naira from the new issue of 3-year FGN March 2027 bond at a stop rate of 19.94%, with bids ranging from 17% to 25%. Also, it raised 47.886 billion naira from the 18.50% FGN February 2031 7-year paper at a stop rate of 20%. At the backdrop of subsidy removal and liberalization of the foreign exchange market, the Federation Account Allocation Committee (FAC) says it recorded further increase in distributable revenue with February 2024 disbursement of 20.7 trillion naira to the 3 tiers of government. The figure represents 23.9% rise from the 1.67 trillion naira distributed in January 2024. The FAC accrual has been on the rise since second quarter of 2023 after the implementation of the twin policy reform of the President Bola Tinubu administration. The committee in a communique stated that the amount disbursed comprised of 1.15 trillion naira recorded from the statutory accounts of 479.3 billion naira from exchange gain, 16.59 million naira from electronic money transfer levy EMTL, and 420.73 billion naira from value added tax. Further breakdown of revenue allocation to the federal government of Nigeria revealed that 279.6 billion naira was disbursed to the federal government consolidated revenue account. 6.57 billion naira was received as a share of derivation and ecology. 3.29 billion naira as stabilization fund, 11.4 billion naira for the development of natural resources, and 10.37 billion naira to the Federal Capital Territory FCT Abuja. And not less than 19 top officials in the Central Bank of Nigeria have been retired in a move to reorganize the Apex Bank. According to reports, the affected officials had received their discharge letters last weekend, although details and reasons for the sack still appear quite unclear. Sources within the bank revealed that the directors affected include Trade and Exchange Department, Securities Department, Development Finance Department, as well as Purchasing and Support Services Department. These directors were initially reassigned to FSS 2020, a division of the bank under the Governor's Directorate located in the Maitama district of Abuja on November 24th, 2023, and kept in a holding pattern for further directives. The decision, still shrouded in confidentiality from the media, has stirred considerable apprehension among CBN staff who fear it may herald further job cuts under the current management of the banking regulator. And as Nigerians continue to grapple with economic hardship resulting in high cost of living and increasing prices of food and other commodities, construction engineers say they are replacing iron rods with bamboo poles for construction as an alternative to ease the rising cost of building materials in the country. For civil engineers, estate agents and house owners, finding means to erect quality structures without breaking banks is a priority in this report. According to a report, the prices of iron rods, integral parts of building materials, have gone up. And as part of the survival instincts of Nigerians, they find bamboo as a substitute while the price of one iron rod goes between 10,000 naira to 30,000 naira, depending on the thickness and length. Only 1,500 naira to 2,000 naira will get a bamboo pole as a replacement for the same purpose. Lamenting on the cost of the building materials, a civil engineer at Tanaza, God bless, told iBrand Television that building developers are no longer making profits in the business due to the cost of building materials increasing daily. He added that home construction engineers now use bamboo laced with construction wires to cast decking and pillars of buildings because bamboo is way cheaper and also safer for reinforcement or pillars.